Tonight on SmackDown, we would see heightened security in the arena, backstage. This was the orders of Nick Howdy, the general manager, who said that what happened on Raw with the Wyatt 6 wouldn't happen on his watch. When Cody was walking backstage, you would see on the door the Pluto logo. Is that the Wyatt's locker room? Who gave them a locker room? Not only that, but if they haven't got a locker room, then who let them put that damn poster up? Didn't security see it? He stood right next to it. Why are you employing this dude? This was really cool. Obviously, as Drew McIntyre carried CM Punk through the arena, you can see on the right of the screen there in black, that is Jason Baker. Jason Baker, the man who made the Fiend's mask. He's made a lot of stuff in professional wrestling, but most notably, most recently, the masks for the Wyatt 6. They would replay the Wyatt 6 debut tonight on SmackDown, obviously highlighting the massacre that took place. There were some Easter eggs in this video, though. I love that they did the old VHS style, because obviously that's what we saw during the QR codes. That's cool. I love that they kept putting the text on the screen, flashing it up. There was nothing we haven't seen before in the text, but just a cool little Easter egg. And then there was this, the puppets. Every time one of the characters of the Wyatt 6 was on screen, the puppet associated with them was there. Most importantly, I feel, Abby the Witch for Nikki Cross. There was some confusion on social media why Nikki was wearing white when Abby was all in black. I wonder if that's a sign because Abby the Witch was in limbo. Now Nikki Cross is here. If she's Abby the Witch, then obviously white would make a bit more sense. So that kind of is just my theory. But there was some people wondering if Alexa Bliss would still play Abby the Witch later on and Nikki was just playing the Veiled Bride. I think the Veiled Bride and Abby the Witch are one of the same thing. Uncle Howdy would get one too. Of course, the old Uncle Howdy style mask that Bray Wyatt wore upon his return was shown on the screen for him. We got a hell of an announcement during the show, though, on social media. Adam Pearce, the Raw GM, would come on social media, WWE's official accounts, and claim that Chad Gable is medically cleared and will compete on Monday. Everything would start glitching, though, and obviously with Adam Pearce's social media activity, so to speak, recently, obviously he'd been hacked by Uncle Howdy and taken over by Howdy. Is this the message that Uncle Howdy wanted to be delivered? Is Uncle Howdy forcing Chad Gable back to the ring? Just gotta say, though, that fucking jump scare, honestly, man, that stuff's scary. Now, we would drop a video earlier today because it does seem like Pat McAfee may also be a target of Uncle Howdy. Check that out for details. I know there'll be a lot of people upset we didn't get another massacre from the Wyatt 6 tonight on SmackDown. I think by putting the Pluto logo, the added security and stuff like that, it sort of symbolises they can still show up at any time on SmackDown. They're just making us wait. Maybe they show up on Raw again Monday. This is things you might have missed from a stacked Friday Night SmackDown. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. An amazing start to SmackDown as CM Punk returned to Chicago. CM Punk obviously mocking Drew McIntyre not winning at Clash at the Castle and now quitting WWE. I love the little nuance of just adding the line about the fact that CM Punk won the WWE title in his hometown. Obviously, that's something Drew McIntyre couldn't do. It wouldn't be long, though, until CM Punk reunited with an old friend, Paul Heyman. The two are back together for just one segment, it seems, as he asked CM Punk to leave before basically Solo and the Bloodline made CM Punk leave. The Bloodline would emerge from the back just like Paul Heyman said they would, and Paul Heyman would reveal that he wanted to go with CM Punk. Now, honestly, how can you say no to a crying wobbly walrus? I don't understand that. But nonetheless, CM Punk didn't oblige. He didn't take Paul Heyman with him. Instead, he stood up to the Bloodline. Cody Rhodes would come down with a couple of bats as an equalizer for the Bloodline and set up for tonight's main event, Cody versus Solo on SmackDown. It would, though, be a main event CM Punk wouldn't see, as obviously backstage Grayson Waller was in a segment with DIY. There was a knock on the shutters. No, don't lie. Like me, you thought it was the Wyatt 6-2, didn't you? They would be raised to reveal a lifeless CM Punk with Drew McIntyre stood above him. Drew would carry CM Punk through the arena to the entranceway to give the Second City Saint the homecoming Drew McIntyre wanted. He even stole his bracelet. Oh my God. Drew McIntyre, who quit WWE Monday, back here tonight, just absolutely brutalizing CM Punk. There was obviously images shown of the stretcher before the show. We now know what that was for. Of course, it was for this segment as CM Punk got loaded onto an ambulance and taken away. When it came to the main event, though, it would be the Bloodline getting involved. Randy and Kevin Owens would come out for an old-fashioned brawl, but this time, when Solo Sikoa was cornered, he had one last trick. Jacob Fatu made his debut tonight, destroying the babyfaces. Jacob Fatu was presented as a wild animal. This guy is going to be insane in WWE. I love the line from Corey Graves as he said, on his first night, he's laying out the WWE champion. That is a statement, isn't it? The Bloodline just keeps getting bigger and badder. Who's going to really be the one to stop them? The women's triple threat match was absolute gold, man. Bianca Belair versus Michin versus Chelsea Green. Honestly, Michin is such a good wrestler. But tonight, it was like she had that extra spark about her. Michin looked amazing. It would be Chelsea Green, though, throwing Bianca out of the ring after the KOD, taking advantage. And Chelsea Green will be in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. That's really cool. I like that for her. Joining, obviously, at the moment, only Io Sky. Who else do you want to see in Miss Money in the Bank? Let me know in the comments down below. Another thing that could be considered an upset tonight, Randy Orton looked like he had his qualification match won. It would be Tonga Loa, though, getting involved. Distracting the Apex Predator, allowing Carmelo Hayes to roll up Randy Orton and win the triple threat match. Carmelo Hayes is in Money in the Bank. That's absolutely huge for him. Pinning Randy Orton, that's huge. It doesn't damage Randy at all. It progresses the Bloodline story with KO and Randy. It makes a lot of sense. Santos Escobar would confront LA Knight. Next week, we're going to get Escobar versus Knight versus Logan Paul. They'll try and qualify for Money in the Bank. Escobar would attack LA Knight. LA Knight would deal with Escobar. And then Logan Paul would attack LA Knight from behind. He did show up to SmackDown after all. And then one lucky punch. And he knocked LA Knight out. Honestly, what a segment. I am so hyped for Logan Paul versus LA Knight. I feel like this feud's gone on for a long time, but I'm not bored of it. And in the final qualification match tonight, we'd see Andrade pick up the win, beating Grayson Waller and Kevin Owens. Certainly got to mention that Kevin Owens was mauled by the Bloodline before this match happened. Obviously, this is to protect him. This is to make him look stronger than, obviously, him going out there and just losing. He wasn't even the guy who took the pinfall. That was Grayson Waller. But I said it earlier about Michin. This match for Andrade, man, it's like Andrade had a spark about him, and he was so good tonight. Again, he's a very good wrestler, but tonight that spark was there, and it was just a great match. WWE has just been cooking this week. And now Andrade, who people last week were saying was buried because he's the Speed Champion, is now in Money in the Bank. What a show. No, I'm not upset that the Wyatts weren't there at all. Genuinely, 10 out of 10 tonight. I feel like tonight really delivered. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video, share the video, and hit the notification bell. I'll catch you next time. Peace!